I've learned from my experience and that of hundreds of other people I've run into that the answer to being healthy, to looking good, feeling good, and preventing or recovering from disease, from serious illness, is whole food, plant-based nutrition. In January of 2013, I considered myself a reasonably typical 66-year-old senior. I had moderately high blood pressure, I had moderately high cholesterol, I had off-the-charts triglycerides, I was 20, 30 pounds overweight. During the course of a routine examination, they saw something in my throat they didn't like, which led to a diagnosis of stage 4 throat cancer that had metastasized into my lymph nodes. That began a 5-month odyssey to prepare for it. There was a lot of preparation, dental and things that had to be done. And then 2.5 months of 5-day-a-week treatments with chemotherapy every other week. And that left me emaciated. I was a shriveled up little old man for the first time in my life, which made it, I mean, it was scary getting out of the shower in the morning right in front of that mirror. So I just learned not to look because it was really, really scary. Toward the end of it, I asked my doctors, I went on the Oral Cancer Foundation website and was reading a blog, and it said, you know, get this G-tube, gastro tube. You can just eat right directly into your stomach, and it sounds disgusting, but it was wonderful. And I did that. I recommended that. I asked my doctors for that. They said, yeah, we'll do it. They scheduled it for next week. And they gave me cases of this stuff called isosource, which is, if you look at the ingredients, it's water, sugar, milk protein, caseinate, and then a big long list of chemicals. And I knew enough at that time because of conversations with my son Todd and a friend of mine from high school, John Blair, and this wonderful cancer consultant, Marilyn Joyce, who had written a book, Curing Cancer with Nutrition, and she had suffered from it a couple of times, that nutrition was and could be a really vital component in not just preventing it, and it was a little late for me for that, but in reversing it and recovering from it. So I told my doctors about it, and they were a little, I like to say they were uncomfortable with it, because there is a thought in the medical community that large amounts of antioxidants might fight the chemotherapy. I don't think there's anything that valid that proves that, but there's a concern. So they expressed their concern, and I told them that I was going to go ahead and do it. So for the next 8 months, the last 3 or 4 weeks of treatment and the next 7 or so months, we started a program where the foundation of which was a whole food shake. So we started with that every day. I added a bunch of stuff. I put blueberries and bananas and walnuts and chia and flax and more kale and things, and made this great big giant drink, 30, 40 ounces. And then I put 6 whole food capsules in it, okay, which is 25, 30 now, whole foods. And I fed that to myself with a big plunger through a tube and directly into my stomach 3 times a day for 8 months. So there's this program called Transform 30 where you detox and really make a big step to getting your health back in 30 days, and then it can extend if you really want to get healthy. But they say, yeah, do T30. I say, T30? Pfft. I said, I did T240. To get to the end of it, after 8 months, my blood pressure was normal with no medication. My cholesterol was low normal with no medication. My triglycerides, for the first time, were in 20 years since we started measuring it. They used to be 1,700, 1,100. They were like 140, which is right in the middle, nice range. I had gained 20 pounds of muscle, plant protein. You know, didn't need the whey stuff, the muscle builder stuff, or animal protein. I am so convinced, I now know, I thought, but I now know that we can be healthy and vital at any age. So here I am, 70 years old, and I'm healthier than I've been probably, I mean, the last year or so since I recovered from the cancer. I'm healthier than I've been in the last at least 30 years. So there's hope, you know, there's hope, and you know, just moderate lifestyle changes. I'm going to share this with as many people as I can with the time that I have left, and it looks like that's going to be more time than I thought. I feel like I've been given another chance. I'm going to take everything I've learned and pay it forward.